Okay, so now it should say something about the meeting is being recorded. You can just close that off if it says that on your screen.
I don't see it.
Okay, good.
Join audio is all I see.
Oh, yeah. Don't join the audio because I can't turn off my mute. Oh, well, here's.
No, I'm not. I'm fine. I can hear you fine. I can see the screen fine.
Yeah, well, the point is that I won't be able to record my voice if I turn off my microphone. So if you click on that thing that says join audio, it's going to come out of your speakers. I know you don't have a microphone, but you can mute your speakers because that was my point. Okay, so that's all.
No. I want you do what you got to do.
Right, but I mean, if that little blurb is in the middle of your screen,
it's not. It's over to the left.
Okay, then just leave it like that.
Good.
Okay, so here's Richard's information and 6H8K. So I'm just going to log in here, Control C, and I'm going to log into your website. Okay, so you're clear on how to get logged in here, correct?
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, so we put that in your RRR folder, and then it says my login, and you come to this screen, which is right. And then you click on login, and this is it. So the online community.
That's pretty straightforward. So.
Right. Okay, but we want to make sure.
6H, whatever it is, 8K or whatever the hell it is.
6H, 8K, yeah.
That is my domain.
That's your domain. Mine's.
Now, I have a quick question before you go.
Yeah, no, that's why we're doing this. I want to answer these questions.
8K. When I'm gonna back up stuff, is that my code I put in?
Well, that was something I wanted to describe to you. Now, when you're creating files,
yeah,
you get to label them whatever you want. Okay.
There you go. Thank you. Okay, that's great. That's why I sent you that.
Right, and I kind of thought about that but I'm in the middle of dinner or whatever. It's hard for me to try and figure out.
But I tell you something stupid. It was like 1G.
Yeah. The Leonidas. You had Leonidas. Actually, I'm going to show you how to do this right now. Okay. So, all right.
Was I wrong or was I right?
It has nothing to do with her thing at all. No,
no, I don't care about her.
Yeah.
So to speak. I'm talking about when I want to save files, I can name them
whatever you want, but here's the thing. You cannot name two files the same name. So if you have to put an A or a 1 or something, if you have two that you want to save that are similar, and but it's naming convention on computers is pretty much kind of like a given. Anyway, I'm going to explain to you how to do it right now. So I
asked that, right, because I was looking at Rory's files, and he had all kinds of .coms in there.
Yeah, and I do too. And I'm getting ready to show you how to create one. So, but anyway, remember this thing here, the online community. You were going to think about a brand for yourself. You're still thinking about that?
Yeah, I'm still thinking about
it. Okay, that's fine.
I don't know what to put in there.
All right. So anyway, well, I'll show you one of my students. And let's don't digress here. So let's say
excuse me, but why you brought the brand up? I wasn't going to ask right now, but how significant is that?
Well, you want to change it because this is Rory. So what the object here is to make you the author of this website that's a copy of what Rory has. So you're not going to be
like Rich Craighead.
Yeah, you can name it. You could name it your name. There's no reason not to. You have this. You have this. Just digress here. I was looking at the wrong thing. These two things here. So you can change it. For instance, one of my students, she left this part here the same, and she just changed. She changed this to Pam's info system. or info. Yeah, info system, I think it is.
Okay,
So,
okay, that's all I needed to know. Thanks, dude.
yeah,
All
so,
right, now I understand that. Okay.
so you want to just change it because it's not, it's Rory's thing and not yours.
Yeah.
And that's
Okay,
really the
got it.
goal. So, you know, of everything that we're doing here. So this is your affiliates disclosure page, right here.
Yeah.
So in other words, it's 6h8k.com/affiliate disclosures. You see that? So that's called
Yeah.
the slug. This, what comes after the .com, is called the slug, these words, okay?
Okay.
So that's why our short domain has extra value, because this appears in the search results, the actual keyword that we're writing the page, in this case, around. All right, now what I'm going to explain to you is what you're going to do is you're going to open up a new tab, and you're going to make sure you're in your Craighead 95 at gmail.com by hovering over the circle here. I think yours is an R or something like in gray.
Right.
And make sure you're in the right
Make sure
in the right profile, the right Google
Oh.
profile, because you have 3 different profiles that I know of, at any rate. So make sure you're in the right profile.
Okay, that makes sense.
Now you're going to click on these 9 dots, and you're going to click
Go to,
the 9 dots right next to it. And this is called the Google Suite, and we have access to all of these different programs that they have that are from Google. All right, so one of them is this Google Drive, which is storage on the cloud. Okay, so in other words, if your computer crashed, it won't matter. All you got to do is get on any computer, sign into your rcraighead95.com, and you'll be able to get to this information, because it's not on that computer. It's up on the servers and the computers for Google. And so that's free storage that you have. Now,
right, okay.
now I know yours is not going to look like this because you don't have any folders in yours yet.
Yeah,
All right, so it'll just be blank. It'll just be blank. All right, now what you're going to do, so here was the one that I did in the video, and I'm going to do the same thing here for you. You're going to create a new one. You click on new, and you click on new folder, okay? The new folder, and you're going to title it whatever you want. In this case, I'm going to title it 6H8K backup. Okay. Okay, so that's going to be on your drive, not my drive. So now I'm going to create this folder. All right. Now I have this folder here. All right. So forget about all this other stuff that I'm working with, whatever. That's all.
I'm concentrating on stuff.
Okay, so right here, you'll open that folder. Okay, now you see it's empty. There's nothing in here.
Okay.
Now what he's showing you is you're going to create a folder inside of this folder. So you have, think of it as like a file cabinet. So the first folder is the drawer, and then we're going to create a folder inside of there, and it's a folder inside the file cabinet drawer. Okay.
So that's where your files are actually going.
That's where we're going to put them, but we need to kind of keep track of them. Otherwise, you'll have hundreds of well, maybe not hundreds, but a lot of different. This is how we organize it. Let me put it that way.
Right.
So
great. You just created a drawer. So now we're going to create the individual files.
right, and the way you do that is exactly the way I created that first folder. You just click new, and you click new folder, and then I'm going to say I'll just name this one Home Post.
That's the first title on top of that.
Okay, so now I'm going to create.
You're going to do those individually.
You're going to make a folder for each one of these categories. So these 3 things are going to go into that one that I just did. All right. So the first one.
Oh, okay. Hang on a sec. So you can put 3 of those together you going to do that all the way down the line? Three,
No, no, no,
four?
no, whatever's in this category. So let me explain. So these three things are like, this one, for instance, doesn't get modified because it's legalese. So I'm gonna just back it up for you and show you how you're doing the backup. But what you're gonna do is inside your, see, this is the navigation. So this is my drive. And then right here is 6H8K, which is where I am. All right, so if I double click this open, which there's nothing inside it because we just created a blank folder, it's like this again. And now it shows you here that I'm inside. So if I want to go back where I was, I could just click here and go here. And here you see the folder. So now I'm going to create another new folder, and it's going to be arts. Okay, and then I'm going to create that. And then the next one I'm going to create is going to be beauty and cosmetics. So then I can create another new folder here. This is what he shows in the video, okay? Beauty.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, and then create, so etc., right? So you're going to have all these different
Sure, you're gonna have all those
folders based on these category labels. Right.
all the way down the line.
All the way down this line. And each thing that you modify, you're going to put it into that particular category. Okay, so what I'm going to do here, since you really are going to, this is where you're going to start modifying your pages. Okay, so it's under health and fitness because it's the Vela Vita #1 anchor offer. So right now, I'm just going to go ahead and create you don't have to create all those labels until you actually start doing it if you don't want, but I'll just create one.
I want to learn how to do it, so I'm probably going to do that, Greg.
Okay, it won't hurt because then it'll be there when you're ready to use it.
Exactly.
Okay, so health and fitness. So let's just say I created all those different folders down to health and fitness. Okay,
sure.
So now I'm going to double click open whichever folder I'm working on. So here's where it can get confusing. All right, so the first page after, I don't want to jump ahead too much, but the biohacking page right here will be your first page that you're really going to start doing after you do your 2 posts, okay? So you're going to modify this content on this page, and then you're going to put your backup inside this health and fitness folder. So the way you would do that is by going here to your biohack. Let's just assume that you'd already finished your modifications on this page, and it's pretty.
Talking about we have found the most incredible use of time.
Yeah, this page right here.
I'm going to modify that verbiage there.
Right. And I'm going to show you how to do that. And I'm going to show you and show you using the AI. So, but right now I'm concentrating on how to do a backup.
I understand.
Okay, so
question.
Yeah, no, good. I'm glad you're asking questions because that's how you're going to learn. So we're going to click on edit page.
Okay.
Now we're assuming at this point, which it's not, that this is modified and you're finished with it.
Exactly.
Okay, so now I'm going to come back to my backup, 6H8K, and then I'm going to open up my health and fitness folder because that's where the biohacking page is in health and fitness. Okay. Now, this time I click on new over here.
Craig,
yes.
Craig, you double click on that, right?
You have to double click on it to open it. Yes.
All right. Okay.
So there's a couple nuances about Google Drive, and that's one of them. And another one is there's no save. It saves automatically. Okay. So now you're going to click on new. And then this time you're not going to click folder. You're going to come down here to new document. And I know he shows this, and we're going to open a new blank document. All right. And this is going to be for the backup for your biohacking.
That's after I've modified.
After you've modified it, yes. After you've modified.
So I'm going to go Google Doc and
new.
Google Doc.
Yeah, you're going to create a new untitled document.
Oh, new Google Doc.
Yeah, and it's going to be in this video. You'll see it how I did. Here, let me do it again. So I'll just close this off. There's nothing on it. So I start out here in your high level, your folder, which is in your drive, and then I get in the right folder based on the category. I double click that open. Then I hover over new or click on new, and then I go down to Google Docs and I click on this blank or hover over that
Document.
blank document.
Okay. All right.
And then I click on that. Okay, now we're going to edit. We're going to do this. So the first thing we need is the title. This is your backup that we're going to create. Now, the reason I do it this way is because it's a shortcut. So what I do here is I just copy the title, because you need the title in order to recreate the page. You need 5 bits of information. Okay, so if somebody did hack into your system and you have this copy, backup copy, you won't it'll be real easy to create your web page right over again without doing all that work. That's the point. Okay.
Okay.
So we're gonna paste this in. I'm going to paste this title on here. Now watch what I do here, because this is important. On a title, now I'm on your document that we're going to be backing the information up on. Okay, this is the document that we just created. Now on your title, there's formatting because it's a title. So I'm just going to paste the words. You could type it if you wanted or whatever, but if I paste it without formatting, it comes out just like that. Now watch what happens. If I put this here as the first thing on my Google Doc, and then I click this untitled document, Google assumes that I want to name this document that, and that's what it is. So that now I've named that document biohacking by just clicking that. You could click in here and type in whatever you want, but it shows you right here. It's biohacking document inside health and fitness, right? So now I'm just going to tell this information that this is my title, T-I-T-L-E and colon and space. Okay, so then the next thing that we need is the focus key phrase. So we just type in.
And what does this represent?
That's what I'm getting ready to show you right now. Okay, so this page is written around, and this is Yoast. This is what shows you the SEO, this check mark with the 2 green dots. You don't need to, just forget about that. Okay, this is where you see your focus key phrase. See here?
Focus key phrase.
Focus
Okay.
key phrase. So this, make sure you click this check mark with the 2 green dots. And as long as these are green and green, they'll turn orange or red if you violate the what they expect you to have, and that's part of learning the SEO.
So which one needs to be green? The SEO?
Both of these, readability and there's
readability.
And readability.
Okay.
That's all there is. Just those 2.
Green, huh?
They need to be green, yeah. So
yeah, I'm colorblind, dude. So,
oh, that's
don't
good.
even ask me what I'm looking
All right, well, listen, they have it for you.
I can see I can see them around those individuals where your hand is, where the arrow is. I can see that they've changed.
Okay, well, here's the point. They won't be smiling. There'll be a straight line if it's orange, and it'll be a upside down smile if it's red.
Thank you.
Okay, so that's probably why they have it that way. I never thought about it, but that makes sense. Okay, so just keep your eye on the little picture, and if you see it, yeah. Or you might notice the difference in the hue or something like that. It might not be as bright, or I don't know. I'm not colorblind.
I see shades. You ask me what color that is, I go, yeah, sure.
Okay. Well, it is green anyway, so that I've never. That's a new experience for me. I've never had a colorblind person do this. Anyway, it is a different icon when it's not green.
Yeah.
Okay.
Smiling face is good.
Smiling face is good. That's all you really need to know. So controls.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight this and copy this. This is my focus key phrase, which in this case, it happens to be the same as the title, but we're going to be thorough and do it. That way, when we recreate the page, we won't wonder, hey, was it the same or wasn't it the same? So I'm gonna copy
Yeah,
this.
wouldn't that, Greg, to keep it the same?
Well, yeah, usually
Throwing in different catchphrases.
well, each page is written around a different key phrase. Okay, so yeah,
Oh, I see.
yeah, so you need that to recreate this page. We would need that information. So I copied that. Now I'm gonna go back to my document and I'm gonna paste it on here. Okay, so I know what that is. The next thing I want is the
So how
slug.
did you paste that?
Control
What did you hit?
Control V.
V?
V as in
V, right.
victory. Control. I hold
Yeah,
the.
that's what I said. Okay, Control V.
I
All
hold
right,
the.
I'm getting.
And I'm going to show you something right now. Watch. So now we want the slug. All right. Wait a minute. What happened here? Oh, okay. Well, we want the slug, and the slug is down at the bottom of the page here in the content area. This is the content area. This is the the information area. And if you need more screen space for some reason, you can always just click that and it'll go away, and click it and it'll come back. All right, so you have two parts to this, the settings here, okay, and the Yoast. So right now we're looking at the Yoast. At any rate, I'm going to show you the settings here in a minute. We go down here to the bottom of this content area. You see all these videos and everything that's on there. And down here at the bottom, you're going to see where it says slug. Right here. So it's biohacking with a dash, right? So I can now watch this. This is what most people do. They highlight it by holding their mouse down and dragging across it, and then they right click on it. Okay, and it gives you this menu. But look, it says to copy right here is Control C. It says to paste is Control V. So if and by the way, cut, most people don't really understand what that means. It means, very simply, it means copy and delete at the same time. Okay, so when you cut something, you're copying it onto your clipboard, but you're removing it from wherever it was. Okay, so
why would you do that?
Well, sometimes it's in the wrong space, in the wrong spot. You just want to move it around so you can select a sentence, cut that out of there and say, oh no, I wanted this sentence down at the end or something like that. You'll see the more you do this, and that brings up another, but I just wanted you to see that the Windows has this right here for you to learn how to do this. Really, see, here's Control Shift V was paste as plain text. So remember I showed you that one about, I don't know, I did edit paste without formatting. At any rate, bottom line is, if you're wondering what this is, you can't remember, it's here. All right, so now I'm going to click on copy. I right click to get it. A right click on your mouse is a menu, and a left click is an action. Okay, by the way. All right, so that's how that goes. Now I have the slug. So I'm going to put that over here on my document and Control V, and there it is. Now the next thing we need is the meta. And I usually put it on a separate line because it's a sentence. And you're going to be modifying this too. But the meta needs to include the focus key phrase of whatever it is.
So I'm going to be editing that too and changing.
Yeah, you're going to be changing this too. So here we go. We're going to copy this. Select it all. And, I'll just do the right click copy. And then come over here and then click on here and paste. Now I have the meta.
Yeah, this is just the backup file.
This is all this is, so you can recreate that page.
So this, I can recreate, we have found the most incredible. I'm going to alter that and edit.
And edit it and then create this backup. Yes. You don't need to back it up.
In this format.
You don't, yeah, and this is the format of how to do it. Okay, so we're almost done here. All right, so content. Okay, and I usually like it to be, I don't know, separate from the meta, so I put an extra space there. And then the content needs to be the code. So the way you get the code is you come over here to these three dots. You click that, and then you come down here to code editor right here. I'm going slow because I know Rory shows this, but I want you to see it in our video. Okay, so code editor, And it looks like this. Now, it doesn't give you the code for the title. That's why we saved it separate. We just need the content area, which is what's below that, okay? So
The WP paragraph.
yeah, that's code. This is what they call,
Go.
this is code.
Okay.
When you see that lesser than sign and then that's actually a comment code. That's the code for a comment in HTML. You don't need to know that, but that's what it is. So I know what it is. See right here, this means this is a paragraph, a P, okay? And if you come down here, you'll see H1 or whatever it was, and you know, whatever's next. Here's another comment. Here's a script. That's the video. So script. So this is HTML coding, and it starts with that lesser than sign, and it closes with a greater than sign. This.
All right.
All right.
All
So
right,
that's code.
You're doing the code gig right now.
Yeah, and all you got to do is click inside this area, the blue that I have active, by clicking inside. You see my blinking cursor, right?
I see the blinking cursor, that's all.
Well, you see the paragraph thing there, don't you?
I see the yeah.
Okay, so when I hold down, this is not in the commands, I don't think. So when I hold down the control key and I type the letter A for all, it grabs everything that's inside that active. Okay.
Okay.
So I don't have to sit there and go like this. I can start here and then drag all the way down to the bottom. You see what I'm doing? This would be the way.
Do that one more time.
Sure.
That I don't need to see because I understand that.
Yeah. So all you got to do, in fact, you don't have to be really click here. You can click anywhere in here as
the cursor's blinking.
Right. My cursor is blinking.
Right there.
And that means that that's going to get everything inside this blue line. When I type Control A for all. And it just gets it all. Okay, now I'm going to type Control C for copy. I'm going to come back here and I'm going to go Control V, right? And now I have everything I would need to recreate that page. All right. So now watch what happens here. If I come back over here to my folder that I had, look, it still says untitled document, but watch what happens when I refresh my drive. It's biohacking. So I can literally close this. There's no save on Google. So right here, and this is your website now that we just backed up the page. I'm going to click on Exit Code Editor. And it appears in two places. So you could click that shortcut, or you can click this one here and Visual Editor here as well. Okay, so either one will take you back to this, which is what you started out with. All right, when I click this right here, we don't want that. So I just click in the white space and that goes away. All right, so there's no way to really get rid of that other than you got to click somewhere. It'll disappear once you click somewhere. Yeah. All right, so now we have everything we need. This page is backed up on my drive, not yours. So let's say I needed to recreate this page. I would come to my health and fitness category. I'd start out in my drive, and then I'd open up my 6H8K backup, which is you. And then I'd go to my health and fitness category. And here's my document. I open this, and then I can recreate that web page based on this information that I saved. 1, 2, 3. All I do is copy and paste this information over to a new document on your website, and it'll recreate it. We're not going to do that right now, but that's the purpose of doing that. Okay. So
I got it. That's too far down the road right now.
Yeah. And hopefully you won't get, we did have a major breach a couple years ago, and I had to recreate my whole website, but a lot of people didn't have backups. I had done backups the way that I had created my pages to begin with. So it wasn't a big deal for me because I was able to do it. And now, and then Rory figured out, oh, I better teach backups because in case something like that happens again, the people won't have to do that work over again. You know what I'm saying? So
plain simple, Greg. I hate those douchebags.
Oh, they are douchebags. And they, and the thing of it is, he spends a lot. They ended up needing to get some high-tech Canadian anti-hacker guy that knows all this stuff to figure out how to close the loophole that they were getting through.
And guess what? He used to have.
Yeah, no, most doubt that guy used to
Yeah.
be a hacker. That's probably why he knows how to do it. That's funny. Yeah, you're right. I bet you money. That's right.
No, I'm the Bishop Dwanger.
All right. So anyway,
That was a thief. He used to break into houses.
yeah.
And I took his word as gospel on what not to do in your house.
So you're
You know
not.
what? You know what the number one thing is? Don't leave your freaking lights on inside. I'm telling you, they don't want to come into a dark house because there's surprises.
Yeah.
There are surprises.
Anybody that comes.
Yeah. So when they can see what they're doing, they don't have to turn any lights on. They can already see what they're doing. That was from that guy. And I have never forgotten that. I was in high school when I heard that.
Interesting. Who would know?
Yeah.
Who would,
Yeah, but
who would know?
yeah, exactly. That's why I said what I said with the dude. That helped. That helped. Yeah, okay, man. He turned it around. It's almost like Catch Me If You Can, right? You ever see that movie?
Yeah, I saw it with what's his name?
Yeah. I mean, I can't stand that kid, but
I
Tom
forget.
Hanks and yeah, but it
I
was a
forget
good
that.
movie.
I forget the
True
guy's name.
story. True story. Well, Greg, you still there?
Yeah, I'm trying to look for something.
Okay. So, all right. So, for me to view this, it'll be under Gregory Polk Green, right?
No, I have to, after we stop the video, I'm gonna have to, I'm looking to see, I thought I sent you an email and I'm trying to find it, but I don't know.
Okay. So you're gonna email this to me.
Well, I think you probably lost that email or we didn't get it to your, we didn't get it to your, right. Okay, so whatever. Let me look down here and see if I can see that. This is Craighead.
Let
Link
me
to
ask
video.
you something. With Leonona, is that her name?
Leonida, yeah.
That, I picked up through my email.
Oh, here it is. This is the one I want to send to you. And I did send it to you. It's called Pages to Modify. Okay.
Okay.
So these are your links, so you don't have to go looking for the pages. And this is the one that we just looked at, biohacking. So let me go ahead and send it to you again, just for giggles, so I know that you have it.
Sure.
It's not lost. So this is our Craighead 95@gmail.com. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and send this to you again, right there. Now that'll be in your inbox when you get it. But the reason I'm doing this is I want you to see these links right here. So this is the link for your AI paraphraser, which is what I'm getting ready to show you how to use right now. Okay, and it's on the bottom. Here's episode 8, here's episode 9. These are the pages you need to modify. And then when you get these modified, you'll be able to go ahead. We'll do our official session 2 where we can, by that time, you're going to understand how to do this modification process. You know what I'm saying? So that's really what we need to work on is getting, these are all the Velveeta different items, the different pages that have all the different Velveeta stuff on it, which you're already.
Hey, Greg.
Yes.
Greg, are you about winding this up?
Well, yeah, I was getting ready to start showing you how to use this.
That's fine, but you gotta give me a minute to use the bathroom.
Oh, absolutely. You know what? I'll stop the video and then that way we'll create a second video for part 2. How's that sound?
Okay.
So
All
go
right.
ahead. Let me, in fact, I need to pee too. So I thought of that right when I sat down. I'm like, oh, I can hold it. And so, so I'm going to stop the recording.